Have you ever been confused by how different rich people can act? Some live really simply, while others show off their wealth with expensive things. It's a puzzle that people have wondered about for a long time. Today, we're going to look into this mystery. The way people view wealth is often shaped by what we see around us and what society tells us. When we think of someone rich, we usually imagine big houses, fancy cars, and expensive clothes. This is because movies, TV shows, and social media often show rich people living in luxury. This makes many people believe that to be wealthy, you need to show it off with expensive things. This idea has become a common way to judge success and wealth. If you have expensive stuff, you must be doing well financially. But this view of wealth is changing. More people are beginning to understand that real wealth isn't just about what you can show off. True wealth is more about having financial freedom and security. It means having enough money saved up so you don't have to worry about bills, being able to invest in things that can make more money over time, and not having big debts. In this new way of thinking, the richest person might not be the one with the fanciest car, but the one who is smart with their money. They might live in a normal house and drive a regular car, but they have the peace of mind knowing they are financially secure and can make choices without worrying about money. The wealth mindset is a special way of thinking about money that's different from just wanting to make a lot of money. It's about knowing how to use your money smartly to make more money over time. People with this mindset see money as a tool. Instead of just spending it on things that look good now, like fancy cars or big houses, they use it to invest in things that grow in value, like stocks or real estate. This means they think more about the future and how to make their money last and work for them, rather than just enjoying it right away. They learn a lot about how to manage money, save it, and invest it wisely. Also, having a wealth mindset is about how you feel and think about money. It means moving from thinking that money is something hard to get and keep, to seeing it as something that you can grow and that there's enough of for your needs. People with this mindset are often willing to take some risks to make more money, but they are smart about these risks. They make sure to have a safety net, like savings for emergencies. They don't feel the need to show off how much money they have. Instead, they find happiness in being financially stable and free to make choices without worrying about money. So, having a wealth mindset is about changing how you see and use money to build a secure and happy future. The illusion of wealth is when people think that having fancy things means you are rich. This idea comes from TV, movies, and what we see around us. We often see people with big, expensive houses, fancy cars, and designer clothes and think they must be very wealthy. But this isn't always true. Just because someone looks rich on the outside doesn't mean they have a lot of money saved up or are good at managing their money. In fact, trying to look rich can sometimes lead to spending too much money and getting into debt. People might buy expensive things to show off, but this can make their financial situation worse because they're spending money they don't have. On the other hand, some people who are actually very rich don't show it off with expensive things. They might have a lot of money saved and invested, but they choose to live simply. They understand that real wealth isn't about what you show to the world, but about having enough money to feel secure and make choices without worrying. These people know that being truly wealthy means having control over your money, not just spending it on things that look good. So, the real idea of being wealthy is more about how you handle your money and less about what you buy to impress others. The cost of trying to look rich can be a lot more than just the money you spend on expensive things. When people try to keep up an image of being wealthy, they often end up buying things like high-end clothes, fancy cars, or taking luxury vacations. But this can lead to problems because it might mean spending more money than they actually have. This habit of showing off can lead to debt because people are buying things just to impress others, not because they can afford them. The sad part is, while they are trying to look rich, they might be hurting their real financial situation. Also, constantly worrying about looking wealthy can be stressful. People might feel pressured to keep up with others, and that can make them feel anxious and unhappy. Besides spending too much, there's another downside to focusing on appearances. The money spent on expensive items to look rich could have been used in better ways, like saving for the future or investing. For example, instead of leasing the latest luxury car, that money could go into a retirement fund or stocks, which can grow over time and help in the long run. This is a chance lost to build real wealth. When people chase after looking wealthy, They might also forget what truly matters, like being financially secure, personal growth, and good relationships. To avoid these costs, it's important to understand that being truly successful and happy isn't about what others see, but about making smart choices with your money and valuing things that really bring long-term happiness and stability. The idea of simplicity is really valuable when it comes to how we think about money and our lifestyle. Choosing simplicity means living with less stuff and not always going for the most expensive or fancy things. It's not about missing out or living poorly. It's about focusing on what's really important and needed. When you live simply, you avoid getting caught up in buying too much or chasing the latest trends. This way of living can make you feel more free and clear-headed. You spend your time and money on things that are really valuable to you, like your hobbies, learning new things, or spending time with friends and family. Also, when you're not spending all your money on expensive things, you can save more or invest it in things that might grow in value over time, like stocks or a retirement fund. This can make you feel more secure about your money in the long run. Living simply also helps you appreciate things that don't cost money, like enjoying nature, a good conversation, or learning something new. You start to see that happiness doesn't come from having a lot of things, but from experiences and personal growth. By not focusing on buying and having stuff, you can set better goals for your money, like saving for the future or investing wisely. This doesn't just help your bank account, it also makes life less stressful and more enjoyable. Living simply means making choices that are good for your wallet and your well-being, where you value lasting happiness and peace of mind more than just showing off or fitting in with what everyone else is doing. The wisdom of wealthy people is often about how they think and deal with money, which is different from what most people do. Wealthy people see money as a way to make more money, not just to buy things right now. They spend a lot of time learning about how to invest, save, and manage their money wisely. This knowledge helps them make good decisions with their money, like investing in stocks or saving for the future, which helps them keep growing their wealth over time. They don't just look at what's happening with money right now, they plan for the long term. They know that if they invest their money smartly, it can grow bigger over the years. This isn't just about saving money in a bank account, it's about having a plan for how to use money in different ways to make sure they have enough for the future. Also, many wealthy people are actually careful about how they spend their money. They might have a lot of money, but they don't always buy expensive things just because they can. They often prefer having good experiences or a nice lifestyle over just owning a lot of stuff. This careful spending is because they understand that money and things don't last forever, so they think more about how they use their money. Many wealthy people also believe in giving back to others. They use some of their money to help people or causes they care about. This shows that being wealthy isn't just about how much money you have, but also about how you use it to make a difference and live a life that's not only about yourself, but also helps others. The journey to becoming wealthy isn't just about earning a lot of money quickly. It's more like a slow and steady process that involves being smart with money and making good plans. The first step is to learn about how to handle money wisely. This means setting goals like saving for the future, investing in things that can grow in value, or having some money set aside for emergencies. It's important to be patient and keep working towards these goals, even if it takes a long time. Being wealthy isn't something that happens overnight. It's about making small, smart choices consistently over many years. This includes budgeting carefully, saving a bit from what you earn, and making good choices about where to put your money so it can grow. Another important part of becoming wealthy is to keep learning and growing yourself. This can help you earn more money or find new ways to make money. Many people try to have more than one way to make money, like starting a small side business or investing in different things. This is good because it means you're not just relying on one job for all your income, which can be safer and help you make more money in the long run. Also, understanding and managing risk is important. This means thinking carefully about the choices you make with your money, like where to invest it, and balancing the chance to make more money with the risk of losing some. Everyone's journey to wealth is different, depending on their own goals and situation. Overall, it's about being smart with money, always looking to learn and improve, and making plans for the long term.